Hello and welcome back to Boring Dad Gaming, where today we're going to be playing some more The Pale Beyond. We're living on the ice now. Is there a quicker way? Oh, okay, I can drag it this a bit quicker. Yes, we've got a camp on the ice now. We've been there for a couple of game weeks. This is possibly our third game week here on the ice. Things are going average, if I'm honest. We're starting off with a couple of people freezing. We can fix that with the furnace. So who's freezing? We've got a sailor and an engineer. Okay, so I think we're going to trying to stay warm, eh? I think we're going to. We can feed the furnace because I've got some of this timber, so I can get up to. Oh, it does 17. That's not bad, is it? So we're adding 30 there, which is the max, actually, isn't it? So I think I'm going to come out of that actually. And we'll just pop one of these in, because 2 is overkill. So we'll feed the furnace. We're also going to ask the engineer to raise the heat. I wonder if can we put him in? Oh, we can, because I'm hoping he'll heal the sailor's freezing condition. It did, good. So he's someone else we can send out to do stuff. But let's do the requests for the morning first. Oh, it's Stanbury. Hello. Arf. Should you not be with your master, dog? Please, do not bother the captain. Apologies, Shaw. No doubt Stanbury smelled the scent of the latest catch on you. The latest catch? Some fish was added to the stores, I take it. Stanbury has quite the taste for it. Are you suggesting we feed it to the dogs? If you wish. I assure you they have enough to eat, though. I'm certain the pack would enjoy that, but we cannot allow them to grow spoiled. Come, Stanbury. Odd creatures. Any barking in the background? That's not in the game. That's Max, my little dachshund. He's in the background. He's downstairs. The children are eating at the moment. I think he's bothering them. Right. Hammond. Days are getting darker, Captain. Crew's been asking about using more oil to fuel the lamps. I told them to piss off, but I figured I should ask you. Lamplight is not an unreasonable request. The oil's for the boiler. It's more important than making dinner brighter. It also makes it easier to do their work, Mr. Hammond. Nay, well, it's the captain's decision. So here's the thing. I think fuel... It's described as oil here, which is probably where it comes in from the penguins and the seals. It's not their... Well, it is their kind of carcass you're chucking, but it's the oil contained within that's providing the fuel. I feel like our fuel is going to be an issue because we're not really... We haven't found a source of it yet. It's possible we will in time, but for the moment, it's a very precious resource. I think I'm going to say make do with what they have, just because I don't want to be wasting it. I lost some decorum. Yeah, we're about halfway through decorum now, but we've got Hammond's loyalty. Hey, I thought so. Now I can tell him it's captain orders if they come sniffing around again. Kurt. Captain, Templeton, I won't keep you both too long. After dinner we should have a discussion about the future direction of this crew. I suppose we should consider moving camp closer to the direction of rescue? Indeed. As for when that should be, well, we'll talk later. Very well. Hey, that's it for requests. Don't have anyone who's in need of urgent doctor attention, which is good. The hoosh pot is looking very slim. We did get the penguins and we got some fish. So penguins are worth 9 for the hoosh. Refresh available 1. What does that mean? The oily fish do not have much eating, however their scraps will be perfect for the dogs. So will that mean that if we... okay, so if we send dogs out and they're kind of removed from that week's duties, if we then put hoosh in the hoosh pot, does that mean that they come back on duty? Well, let's test that out. We don't need to do this now. We can do it towards... we can do it later. Pop in the docks. No one's demoralised. We've got one frozen, but I'm hoping that he'll... I mean, we could stick him in here, couldn't we? Although I think I put him attending to the boiler. So we'll hopefully he'll sort himself out. In the kennels, say hello to the little dogs. Oh, little dog, little doggy doggies. Okay. So we have little penguins, which is, you know, that's fine, I suppose. I've noticed that the further out you have to send the dogs, you have to send more dogs. Like these slightly closer ones are 3, and these further ones are 4. I kind of want to push towards the Viscount, so maybe we'll send someone out in this direction. Flick, you can go. Okay, well we can't push any further at this moment out here. Maybe that will change, but we've got penguins, which would be good for hunting. We should probably do that. I might send another... If I do that... No, we can do both. We can do both. So let's send a scout out this way. And we've got more food. Fish. Okay, well that's good. So let's send a hunting expedition for the penguins. Just send some of the sailors there. Send another one. Okay, so that's pretty good. And now I want to see if we can... Did I not finalise that? Oh, sorry. That'll do. Oh yes, I need to do that. So what I want to see now is if I add the fish to the hoosh, does it bring the dogs back? Let's try one. Ah, it does. So if I bring another one back, we can get another scouting mission out, can't we? I'm going to add some penguins as well. I mean, we're going to need food in the pot, aren't we? So that's 57. That's not too bad. Let's do that. Okay, well that's looking a bit healthier. So we could send another hunting pot here. It's good to know for the fish, so that's pretty valuable knowledge actually. Yeah, we'll send the last scout out. More fish. Okay, well that's good. We can't do the science venture today, but I'm not really sure what the research is for at this stage. It may be when we reach the Viscount, maybe that will come into effect. For now, though, probably going out finding sources of food is more valuable for us. So okay, got the heating, got the food. We've used the dogs for expeditions. Let's go to the... Why am I in the medical tent? I wanted to do the call crew for dinner. The crew have their meal. And return to their posts. Still bright light outside. Okay, well we have a sort of main thing over there. Maybe we should talk to some others first. It's Junior? Well, I'm going to call it a night. See you for breakfast. He's gone Irish now. Grimley's just going to nod at his sleeping bag, isn't he? Yeah. Cordell? Come, Josephine, in my flying machine. Ah, apologies. The tune has not left my head in weeks. At the very least, I found a manner to calm the pack. You could make a request to Grimley. Sure he could learn the song. Ah, good. Perhaps, but no. I will not intrude upon their nightly entertainment. I'm certain it is not something the crew would much care for. Okay. Nothing going on there at the moment. Let's see if we talk to the doc. We cannot. I need to finish developing these. Thanks for stopping by, though. Okay, as you were. I guess we'll go talk to Kurt and Templeton. You wish to speak with us, Kurt?
Indeed I did. Have you noticed anything about the ground beneath our feet, Captain?
It's not about to give way, is it?
Not immediately, no. We were looking at the early stages of this ice breaking apart. If we don't want to join the Gerald Temperance, we'll need to be moving out within the week.
Oh, is that so?
If we start packing from tomorrow, we'll be safe to move on at the beginning of next week. Any longer than that, and we'll be dipping our toes in the water. Ha!
Well, it is inevitable that we should keep constant movement. Even ignoring the changing ice, our rescue vessel will not be searching for us here. Alright, get the word out, Kurt. We leave in a week. I will, Captain. To stay is death. We're moving on. Thank you, Kurt. Have a good evening, Templeton. Captain. Okay, so do I need to do anything, or will it just happen, is my question, because I don't want to, like, fall through the ice again. I think we're okay to just end the week, though, so let's do that. Okay, we probably want to keep that up just because we want to cure the person who's freezing. I might drop the food down though, although the decorum's coming down. Let's keep that going. It's good, so we've got one freezing. Oh, poor old Two Johns. Freezing and malnourished. I mean, it's not too bad, though. We could just stick him in the doctor's and he'll cure both those conditions. Okay, so are we in a new location now? It doesn't look like it, does it? Okay, so move to the next camp. We need to do that, don't we? As a matter of urgency. After a hard morning dragging the boats, the crew come across deeper snow ahead. Captain, the snow on the ice is getting deeper. We'll need to find a better path before dragging the whole crew through it. I'll be happy to take up the reins. Best we leave that to one of your scouts, Mr. Darling. The ice behind us is encroaching. We needn't lag behind a man with a cane. The old limp isn't that bad, Templeton. It's bad enough. Time is of the essence. Very well. You can't go wrong with my team, anyway. Any one of them is capable of finding the path in the ice. Captain, if you want to judge the course yourself, you should go ahead with them. Ill-advised. We don't know what lies ahead. Best not take any unnecessary risks. Is it a risk, or is it something I should do? No, I'm going to head with them. No, Kurt is right. I should head with them. Lost some Templeton loyal, but both their loyalty is very high. There we are. There's our little party on the ice. It reminds me so much of the Terror, in a good way. It was a very, very good film. Series, sorry. Let's take Yorick. Yorick the Third, you're with me. Let's go. You and Yorick the Third trudge your way further ahead, keeping an eye out for dips in the snow that could damage the boats. It isn't long before you both hear a sound from ahead where the ice is thinner. Stop. The eggshell surface of the floes erupts, revealing a large creature, mouth agape with files of razor-sharp teeth, expectant. Leopard seal! Do I wait? Choose the revolver. You grab the revolver and steady it as you aim towards the beast, barreling towards Yorick the Third. The beast continues unhindered. Fear mixes with snow, freezing Yorick the Third in place. Fire. You fire upon the leopard seal, the bullet piercing the tough skin of the creature, but it continues its charge regardless. The animal is gaining speed, closing the distance. Fire! You fire upon the leopard seal. It continues its charge. There is now about 10 yards between Yorick the Third and the beast. Fire again! The animal charges into Yorick the Third, knocking them over in the snow. Fire again! Holy crap. He's dead. Oh wow, the beast sinks its teeth into a crew member, tearing red across the snow. They scream, briefly. Fire again! The shot connects. The beast drops lifeless on the ice. Yorick the Third is now as still as the creature beside them. The doctor confirms their passing. Well, we're going to harvest it for its food. It takes 2 sledding dog teams to drag the creature onto stable ice. After processing and packing the sea leopard's meat, a trove of undigested fish is found inside its stomach cavity, along with the dead crew member's undigested arm. Nutley evacuates the contents of his own stomach onto the ice. Let's feed it to the dogs. We don't know how viable the fish are. Better left to the dogs. Cordell claims the digestive systems can handle the meat better than us. The dogs seem pleased with their treat. End of Act 1. Week 12, 1 week at second camp. Well, we're a man down. Here we go, it's his personal log. It's all it says, it's personal log. Okay. Oh, here we go. A new camp has been erected on the ice floe. The prospect of land is still far off from here. The leopard seal attack. Sorry, the crew were ambushed by a leopard seal while moving camp. Yes. Yorick III was killed in the attack, ripped apart by the creature. I bear this burden. Their deaths lay on my shoulder. With more preparedness, with more action in the moment. I mean, I was shooting at it. This tragedy could have been prevented. The crew did all they were able. The fault here lies with the captain alone. Captain Hunt? Tracks were found in the snow. A frozen coat. Proof that, if nothing else, Hunt and his group were able to survive beyond the boiler incident aboard the Temperance. It's too late to raise concerns now. The crew may whisper, but Rufus Hunt is a dead man. To have made it this far means little. The likelihood of Hunt and the deserters' survival remains remarkably slim. Regardless of what the crew has seen, there is no doubt in one's mind that Hunt has already perished. The Temperance went under, finally consumed by the ice. She will be missed. The old vessel had become a home for the crew. Even when trapped in the ice, it served as a constant presence, a monument of the world we travelled from, the world that was left behind. To see it go weighed heavily upon the crew. By all estimates, it appears that summer has arrived on the ice, a prime occasion for hunting and a comparable respite from the truly freezing temperatures, the worst of which are yet to come. With the arrival of summer comes the promise of winter. We must not lose sight of what lies ahead. We must prepare for winter. The long night winter will prove the greatest challenge to the crew. The crew must be ready lest they be torn apart by unlivable temperatures, a lack of food, and the harsh, cutting blizzards yet to come. What? Can't believe he's actually gone. He was the cause of every headache I've had for years, but he was a good man. And a good friend.
We bickered often, but I held no hatred for Yorick III. Truthfully, I considered us dear friends. It's been quiet, Captain. Far too quiet for comfort. It's hard to imagine going on without his voice at camp.
I don't know what that voice is doing. Yorick III, you poor lad. Yorick III always admired me, Captain. Emulated me. To be honest, I always expected him to be my successor, but... well... Wellity, wellity, well. What have we got here? Mrs. Gloss.
Oh, that beast was quite the specimen. A terrible shame what happened.
Oh, God, can we see it? Is that the one that killed him?
I wonder if we'll encounter another one of its kind.
Let's hope not. Well, in the medical tent, let's just put Tujon, I think, in the bed. Oh man, feels bad. I mean, it's probably possible to save him. I wonder what would happen if the reason I didn't go for the shotgun was range. But I know before when we were looting the kind of blocked rooms in the Temperance, I had the choice between the shotgun and the bolt-action rifle, and I went for the shotgun thinking it's going to help our hunting, and it has, in fairness. Every hunting trip we've sent out, we've got extra food because of that choice. But I do wonder if I'd taken the bolt-action rifle, whether we might have been able to save the scout, Yorick III. Something to think about. Hammond. Captain? Yesterday. Not easy to think about, is it? No, it's not. While we're there, let's throw a bit more in the furnace. She needs fuel for the week. Leopard seal, that's large game. So that's going to be quite worth it for the
the hoosh pot. But we might save it till someone's demoralised, because it's going to cure that. But we're at the furnace, aren't we? So let's... 51, so that's 108. So we'll leave it at that. Runt.
Couldn't sleep. Is there another leopard seal out there?
Cordell.
The dogs have been on edge ever since that creature attacked. They preferred to be the hunters on the ice. Let us hope we never see a repeat of this situation. Let's see the little doggies. How are they doing?
They're okay. Okay, so we got the... let's do the requests first. There might be a few today. Captain, it may be difficult to compose thoughts at the moment, but I think it best we try to put that grisly business behind us. The territory of ice we find ourselves on, it would seem we have our pick of the litter. The ice is teeming with life, life that has never encountered our like in the past. We'll be able to hunt to our heart's content. Until we come across another leopard seal, we should be cautious. Indeed. We will not be able to stay here forever. Kurt has been rather quiet since the incident, but my team were able to chart out the coming dangers regardless. The ice is not stable. Put simply, we have the dead ice encroaching behind us, and the risk of a pressure ridge bubbling up and forming ahead of us. We cannot stay for too long, lest we find ourselves trapped here. Still, that is a worry for another time. For now, our main concern is the crew. They're shaken from the attack. Of course, of course. But that is not what I meant. Your time as captain of this expedition has surpassed that of Captain Hunt. But that is not the case in the eyes of all. Sailor loyalty runs deep in their veins. Take the Stoke brothers, for instance. They voted against you. They still speak of Hunt as the captain and refuse that moniker on you. Every song that Elder One plays on his accordion, they're traditional songs of the sea folk. His loyalty to Hunt is as clear as day. I would be careful around those two. All that is needed is one insubordinate with enough pull to lead the crew astray. Duly noted, I'll be careful. I'm simply stating what we should look out for. Regardless, you have some requests to deal with. They're waiting outside. Let's talk to Cordell first.
Captain Shaw, this area is teeming with life. Naive life at that. These creatures have never seen humans before. They do not even know how to run. Some will even approach out of curiosity. In my opinion, we should be engaging in hunts as often as possible while we can.
Agreed. Thank you, Cordell. Yep, agree with that. Junior. Well, despite it all, we've managed to land ourselves a hefty piece of meat. A leopard seal, and the fish in its belly. It's up to you, we prepare it, sure. Feasting on the thing would be nice. Good way to one of the one we lost, I think. We shouldn't be wasting meat. Let's save it until it's needed. Crew will be disappointed to hear that, sure. Oh man, well, decorum is really low. They had that hopes on tearing into the damn thing. It's too valuable.
Captain, I have this bottle of wine in my personal stores. My wife and I plan to enjoy it on our trip home, but it seems that's much further out than we first believed. So we thought, why not share it with the crew? Ring in the new camp proper.
An excellent idea, thank you. We might need the decorum. 5 loyalty for Grimley, and 6 decorum, okay.
Agreed. A little drink will help raise spirits. Haha, pardon the pun.
Right. So, we've probably got a whole new area to explore now. Let's have a little look at the map. Yeah, so basically we were here and that's just disappeared, isn't it? We could look. Alright, no, that's where we were. And that's where we are now. So yeah, we do have to explore more. Let's go north first of all. We can only scout out 2 areas. We've got some little penguins. I'm going to push further this way as well. Science. Okay. Well, let's hunt the little penguins. Boom, 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 boom. We could do some science as well. We've got the dogs, so let's just send these guys out. Oh, we've got 9 decorum. That's good. Alrighty. Got a bit of eavesdropping down here.
Are you just waking now?
What was Tashi? I can't remember. Let's make him... Tashi can be Scouse. I couldn't sleep.
Scared of another seal attack, eh?
Oi?
Well, at least you're honest about it.
Okay. Very illuminating. Let's add to the hoosh. We're going to save him. We're going to save the fish until we need dogs more urgently. Don't have any scurvy to cure. Or demoralization. So let's just add some of these penguins. I've got 50 to add. Oh, did I only have... Oh, I've heard about this bug. So what happens is I've had 5 penguins, but I've clicked on it once and it's removed the whole stack. I hope if I cancel out and come back, it's changed. Okay, so we've got to keep an eye on that. Don't want to accidentally confirm that. But we can pretty much fill the hoosh pot now with those penguins. Which is pretty good. That has... yeah, that has taken. So we've done that. Okay, so let's call everyone for dinner. The crew have their meal. Dinner is shared and stories are traded. Okay, there's a bit to do here.
Lost in thought.
Our encounter with the wildlife has left me rather perturbed. We can only be thankful it didn't cause more bloodshed than it did.
Indeed.
Let's watch Templeton. Captain, you needn't call me here so frequently. You receive your updates each day. You should focus on the crew or your own rest. This is my rest time with my acquaintance, Mr. Templeton. Flattering. I do not deny that we are partners in this endeavour. I suppose to act of survival goes beyond a simple professional relationship. Can we talk to Grimley?
Sure. Heard the photographer call my songs poetry earlier. Never thought about being a poet. I can't even write.
Well, we don't want to insult him. I don't want to condescend to him. Poetry is oral too. Hey,
though he might as well sing at that point. Are poets just lazy musicians?
Okay, so we made a bit of progress with Grimley. Not much going on there at the moment. Dr. Cordell? Have you ever attended the theatre, Captain? It is a luxury I have not indulged in quite some time. A good 10 years at the least. I've seen a few plays in my time, yes. Good. That is good to know. Perhaps we can trade experiences at some point. Enjoying the craft of the theatre. It is quite the escape, Captain. A shame that it is a luxury we cannot carry with us on the ice. Let's zoom in a little bit to this area. So let's listen in to the crew.
That was definitely Joe's coat we found, wasn't it? You think they're all still out there?
Tucker was not nice.
Hey, wouldn't be surprised. Hunts is tough for an old man.
We don't know how long that jacket was there. Don't get your hopes up.
Captain, tell him not to get carried away.
Let's not give them too much false hope, but equally let's not crush it. Let's just say, I don't know. We can't know anything for certain.
Exactly. Don't run wild with theories.
Nah, that jacket means something.
It could mean Joe froze to death.
Well, don't you have a sunny disposition?
I'm being realistic.
Runts da.
Timmy, don't be wandering off.
I'm fine, da.
Stick close to me. Don't know what's out there.
I said I'm fine. Grips is an engineer. Can't remember him. Let's make him Brummy.
You look a bit shaken, Chief. Worried about another attack for some beastie?
Nay, more worried about one of them getting onto this boiler. If it's wrecked, we're done for.
Think we should have some overnight watch then?
I'll handle that.
Of course you will.
Got Hammond?
Evening. The rescue ship better be coming. Don't trust the benefactor to follow through.
Haven't you worked with them before?
Aye, and they paid me well, when all goes right. They've always been the type to weigh their purse before anything.
Okay. Junior? We overheard some crew talking about how they miss proper food back on land. Ungrateful bastard. Should have smacked them. Ah, can't blame them though, we've been out here quite a while. Their complaints are ridiculous. There's nothing wrong with your food. Hey, I know that, as do they, I bet. Still, they miss something, that's fair. For me, it's the sea I miss. I got Kurt.
Doctor, how are you holding up? I saw you had a bout of sickness after the recent unpleasantness.
Oh, well, it was frightening, but I actually planned on checking in on you.
Me? Whatever for?
Well, considering what happened...
Ah, put that out of your mind, Doctor. We all know the risks in this life.
Yes, but
You needn't worry about me.
You approach and you notice Kasha following close behind you, a few steps back with some hesitation. Kurt's eyes catch you. He calls the both of you over.
Ah, Captain Shore. I was just helping our good doctor. A first trip out onto the ice left him shaken, and I'm set to calm his spirits.
Kurt, you haven't spoken to Kasha before. She's quite the fan. She laughs lightly.
Well, there's no need to say that, Captain. Fan sounds childish. I've simply followed your career for a long time.
Oh, is that so? Well, I suppose you feel a bit let down then.
What?
Earlier wasn't exactly what you'd expect to see from Kurt Darling, is it?
Well, that's,
It's all right. We all make mistakes, though not all mistakes are equal. You're the third. He really wanted to follow in my footsteps. Wanted to keep doing films. He'd be the next Kurt Darling, he'd say. It isn't right.
You're not to blame, Kurt. The ice is cruel. Hey, you got their loyalty. Oh, and the doctor's. That's cool.
No, I should have known better.
Kurt, it's okay if you need time to collect yourself.
No, I'm perfectly fine. I can't let up now.
But...
That's the last I'll hear of it. Well, back to work.
Kurt slowly marches away.
That poor man.
I think he'll just say he's ready for bed. I think as will all the others. We could try the medical tent again. Try and talk to the doctor one-on-one.
Evening. I've been thinking all day about my mother, my father, my sister. It never quite struck me, but there's a chance I'll never see them again, isn't there? Sorry, I shouldn't bring up such things.
We'll get you back home, Arthur, I promise. Hey, 10 loyalty.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate what you're doing, Robin. Captain Shaw.
Hooray!
Captain, something worrying occurred to me. Enough time has passed that those back on land will know something went wrong. My parents are optimists, but they've no doubt done their research on expeditions such as this.
Statistics not a guarantee, Kasha. Maintain that optimism.
Oh, of course, but they're much less easily comforted.
That's cool. I think that's probably going to be it. So I just want to check the relationship status with the key crew now. So Hammond is loyal to me. That's cool. I don't know what muttwash means, but in any case. Grimley, not a fan. Junior likes me though, so that's cool. Templeton really likes me. Kasha really likes me. Arthur, very close to being loyal to me. We've done got a bit of momentum going with him now. Cordell is a bit more of a tougher nut to crack, but we're working in the right direction. And Kurt likes me a lot, so that's cool. I just wonder what this muttwash thing means. I don't even really know what the symbol means. Maybe it'll come up at some point. Okay, so let's end the week there. Okay, it's getting colder, so we're going to be burning through fuel a whole lot faster. So one is going to get freezing, but I think that's okay because at the moment nobody's... Damn it. Oh, I see the temperature dropping. It's just going to get harder and harder, isn't it? Honestly. We can probably push one into malnourishment. And actually the freezing isn't too hard to fix. So let's... Oh, it's the decorum though as well. We'll be down to 24 out of 120. I don't think I can afford to lose that much. Let's just keep things there for now. Cavity's cold. Tashi's cold. Zach's cold. Mr. Gloss is cold. Two Johns is cured though, so that's good. Oh, and Zach is now... I don't think he's frostbitten. It's just he's got the freezing thing twice. Okay. Okay. Talk to Hammond first. You approach Hammond at the boiler. Morning. Starting to miss that ship. I've got spare time on my hands now. First time for anything. You say that like it's a bad thing. Oh, lost loyalty. Spare time's a poison. You'd want to avoid it when you can. Okay, so touchy. Oh, we gotta pet the dogs. The day that I rush through so quickly that I can't afford to pet the dogs is not a good day. I guess we'll do the requests first. A lot of freezing people. And this is summer. I'm not accusing you of anything. Then why do you keep launching questions at me? I told you on the ship the engineering was impeccable. Then why did we sink, Hammond? Why am I down crew and sentenced to the ice? I've more important things to be getting on with, Templeton. I just need to know what happened to the Temperance. Was it sabotage? They stop and turn to you. Captain, good of you to join us. Templeton was just interrogating me. Not an interrogation. We all have questions here, Mr. Hammond. You must have questions of your own, Hammond. We need to get his loyalty up. Aye, too right, I bloody do. Does Sean even know who the benefactor is? Templeton looks between the two of you and considers the moment. The scientist scans the room before moving to pick up a food tin from the corner. He lifts the tin and throws it towards you. Inspect it. Apperton, a tinning company. Tinned fresh peaches. Consumed within 3 days of opening. Are you serious? That's who is paying for this. We might die in the middle of fucking nowhere for a tinned food company, sure. They have additional investments. Let's use my background thing. I'm fairly sure we used to ship these in the Merchant Navy. It's no matter anyway. The money is good. This changes nothing about the mission. The mission is still our survival, not money. Of course, but I'm certain you would appreciate handsome pay as reward for said survival. The two men observe each other. Are we all in agreement? Captain? Day for now. Hammond exits. Alright, let's do requests. Got a few today. Let's start with Junior. Are we sure? I did a stock on our current food after leaving Temperance Camp. We were burning through our food stores at a fair rate. Luckily, game is in abundance here. It should not be difficult to stockpile food the food stores. For the time being, yes. The winter's approaching fast. And with it, the game will start to dry up. We need to make the most of our time here if we're going to survive the winter. What is your estimate, Mr. Stoke? It's hard to say, but we'll need enough to last us 12 weeks. So that's... 50... Yes. Oh god, that's 600. 600 food we need in reserve. 12 weeks? And that's at a bare minimum, assuming the tightest rations possible during winter. Understood. Thank you, Junior. We could halve that, though. If we got to 300, we could just try and treat the malnourishment as it comes. Captain, we have a great opportunity to increase our food stores by a considerable degree, but we must consider the encroaching winter. If we do not have enough to last the winter, survival is just not possible. So our aim is between 300 and 600 to get through winter, in reserve.
Ah, Captain, this sunlight won't last forever, you know. No time like the present to play a game of rugby.
A game with the crew? That's what you're suggesting?
Why not? Keeps the spirits high and the blood pumping. An active crew's a healthy crew. A simple game always did the wonders on my old expeditions.
So what's that doing? It probably means we're going to reduce our crew, available crew for the week. But it might raise decorum. A wonderful idea. I'm sure the crew will enjoy it. I'm going to need the sailors. Maybe spare an engineer. And we'll spare a scientist. We can have 5. I can't put these guys on. No, I'm going to take the... I'm going to take the engineer off because I'm going to try and raise the temperature with both of them to get people back in the fray. Let's put the freezing guys on, because I think I might be able to cure them of that. We'll put up a scientist on. I'm going to need the scouts. Why are we losing dogs? I've got 3. Is that enough? I don't really want to say it's spend anymore. Maybe we'll send Lefty. How about that? 4 people. 10 loyalty. 6 decorum. Is that all?
Oh, for sure it's going to be a lock. Chances like this don't come often, Captain.
Grimley?
Sure, notice something. Crew go into those interviews with a photographer all shaken. They're always feeling better when they come out.
It seems speaking with Belford helps alleviate some of their stress and trauma.
I thought you should know.
Well, Captain, we should continue to send any shaken crew her way. Yes, we should.
Ah, Captain, pleased to say I've quite the headache this morning. The crew greatly appreciated the wine. It's only a shame that we'll have to wait until we're back on land for more.
Oh, we've got 12 more. Cool.
A grand celebration for our return home's in order.
Well, now we concern ourselves with getting home. Best not celebrate early.
Of course, of course. Still, good time to be had.
Very good. Captain, perhaps you may have noticed some discontent among the crew. Sideways glances and the likes? Have you? Indeed I have. You may thank the Elder Stoke for that. Perhaps you should listen to what he's been playing as of late for the crew. Songs of disrespect, songs of mutiny. He seems intent to sow distrust for you among the crew. He's becoming a problem. I feel I should make peace with the man somehow. I fear you will have a difficult time, Captain. Stoke seems to have dug in his heels. You will need to find some way to appease him. Either that, or remove his accordion from the equation. Surely that would cause more conflict. Would you rather the tension bubble off, or would you rather cut it off here? The crew will not be happy, but perhaps a forceful show of authority is necessary. I don't think we can spare the decorum, quite honestly. Well, let's look at the fuel and hoosh situation. Don't have any demoralized there. These little things, they don't add much to the pot, do they? Let me chuck them all in. Might... Something about -4 dogs, not quite sure what that means. Let's look at the boiler. Are you just going to keep standing there or give us something to burn? So we want to get 2 of the engineers. Let's get those curing 2 frozen immediately, which is good. And let's feed the furnace. So we'll be up to 94. That's all I've got so far. Jeez, we're gonna have to shrink that down because I don't know when we're gonna be able to replenish it. Nothing's happened yet. Tucker, what was Tucker? He's the drunk one, isn't he? That's better when you're not lugging equipment off a ship, don't you think? Oh, and you're one of the young ones. I was throwing my back out every day. Some well-deserved rest coming out. Oh, sorry, this is the Northern Irish one.
Some well-deserved rest coming our way.
If you think this is the end of the work, you've another thing coming. We're not going to do dinner. Let's do expedition. Let's pop out this way. Science. Let's go this way. Penguins. Little penguins. Well, if that's what we've got. Maybe we'll have to. We could do the science, I suppose. The science. Getting 3 decorum. Yeah, so let's send. Oh, she's playing rugby, isn't she? Okay, let's send these two. So we'll get 6 decorum back doing that. Okay. Let's call them for dinner. The crew have their meal. Dinner is shared and stories are traded. Let's talk to Templeton. Enough time has passed. Our benefactor may have realized that a disaster has occurred. I've known our benefactor for quite some time. Rest assured they will not be giving up on this expedition. Let's hope not. Our hopes ride on the rescue ship. We can trust them to send rescue. Responsibility on our end lies on surviving long enough to see it. Anything in the doctor's tent? Let's talk to Nutley.
Captain, I realise something. Enough time has passed now. My family, they'll know something went wrong. My father must be mortified. My mother... Oh, I can't imagine how worried she must be.
I'll go for the first or third one. I'm trying to think which one is more caring and supportive. This one. I'm certain your father is more concerned for his son than he is mortified. Yes, we got his loyalty.
Yes, of course. But he pointed me in the direction of this expedition. That must weigh heavy.
Kashar.
Captain, I was playing with Cordell's dogs earlier. I think when I return home, I'm going to get myself a pet.
Not a dog, though. Maybe an exotic bird, like a parrot. Why a parrot?
A pet that can hold a conversation. What's not to like? Then again, maybe that will be too much to handle. I should keep it simple. A duck, perhaps.
A classic pet. Grimly. You notice the sailors are still seated around the campfire, listening with rapt attention as Grimly plays on his accordion. As he continues to play, the crew join in on the song.
Captain has a frozen horse, hard as rock, no thawing soon. Never tells which way is south, hardly tells their arse from mouth. They never had a notion for taking our command. Send us to the hells for biscuits, we eat out of their hands. We eat out of their hands.
Those cheeky swine.
Captain Hunt could take a ship further than his fingertip. Captain Shaw can't move a pace. What a waste of hall space. They never had a notion for taking our command. Send us to the hells for biscuits, we eat out of their hands. We eat out of their hands.
Is there more? I think that's it. Laugh it off. It was funny. The crew look to you. They begin to laugh in turn. 10 decorum. There we go. Grimly. The festivities of dinner wind down as all return to their business. That was funny! If you can't laugh at yourself, eh? You know, I used to be taller than Grimly when we were growing up. Well, it would piss him off something... I don't know, he's become Irish now. Oh, it'll piss him off something fierce being the older brother. Even Hunt would poke fun. Don't know why I'm remembering that now, though. I don't suppose he'd appreciate me poking fun, would he? He'd deck you, no doubt. He even tried that with Captain Hunt a few times. Hammond. Crewmate just asked me if the dogs could serve as emergency fuel. Don't think they were serious, but I had a bloody good laugh imagining the Kennel Master's face if we suggested it. Sure, you tell Cordell I'll watch. Casher will work on your obituary. Yeah, you like that? Ah, you're a funny one now, are you? Pretty sure it's the captain's job to pass on that message. You should try it. Yeah, let me get right to that. Tucker, he's the wrong one. Captain? Yeah, I never thought I'd say it, but I'm starting to miss being on proper land. It's more to drink back on land. Ah, it does have that going for it. A lot of bad memories back on land. Oh dear. Can we speak to Grimly again? Hunt and a musician on his crew when I was a small one. Learned how to make him play the accordion from them. Then they just left. Always wonder what happened to them. Were they a carpenter as well? Ah, loyalty. Nay, he took up both roles. Well, he was the only one who showed interest. Are we done with Templeton? Yes, we are. We've done them. Let's eavesdrop here. Oh, it's good to have some music with your dinner, is it not? I suppose we should take what is given to us. I intended to bring a phonograph, but there was no space among my equipment. Oh, that's a shame. But I quite enjoy what we have now. Over here. Shouldn't you be with your father, lad? I'm grown enough. Oh, you thought the same at your... Oh, that's Hammond's voice, isn't it? Oh, you thought the same at your age. That's even more Hammond. Aye, long time ago. Yeah. Oh, consider yourself lucky. Lucky someone's taking care of you, lad. He's gone full Scottish now. I couldn't quite get in the West Country there. Cordell. Captain, something occurs to me. I know startlingly little of your life. You've invited me here several times now, and I've given little thought into asking about your own affairs. Staggering lack of etiquette, wouldn't you agree? Well, is there something you wish to know? No, not particularly. I was merely remarking on my faux pas. I still have no interest in prying. You are Captain Shaw, and that is all I need to know. Okay, got the neutral response there. Captain? You have any children of your own? No, none. Didn't think so. Most of the crew don't know what it's like. God, it's catchy, isn't it? I'll be singing that now. I think that might be one of my favourite moments so far. Cheeky little men. Alright, well I think that's us for the week, so let's close things up. Fuel, we're gonna need... Oh, fuel and food. I think we're gonna have to... Oh, that's the decorum as well. I think we're gonna... Oh, fuel, though. The fuel! I don't want to have to burn a penguin. Oh, alright, let's risk the decorum. We did raise it a bit this week. We might get lucky, and the same person who gets frozen may get malnourished. Alright, let's do that. Okay, that's good. Tucker's freezing. Runt's freezing. Poor little Runt. Zach's freezing. Mr. Gloss is freezing. Tashi's... Oh, Tashi's got frostbite. Damn, Cavity as well. He didn't heal. Oh no, everyone's freezing! At least Runt got malnourished. Okay, this is pretty bad. Oh, frostbite, that is the priority, unfortunately. I actually think we'll leave it there. I looked at the video. It's getting on towards an hour, so I think it's probably a good place to leave it. So thoughts on this episode. It's a real shame to lose someone. And we are really feeling the effects of the cold now. It's minus 34 degrees. And I don't know if these slots is how many people will get cold during the week. It's possible. So that's on top of what we would get for reducing the fuel allowance, perhaps. I do know we've got 3 beds. We've got 2 frostbites. That might be these guys. So they're going to have to go straight into hospital beds. We can cure 2 more with engineers, unless it's the engineers who are frozen. No, they're okay. Oh god, look at our sailors. Poor guys. So they actually, are they already in beds? They're not. So we do have to do that manually still. Runt needs the 3rd bed because he's malnourished and cold, so that'll cure him of both of those. So that leaves us with 2 who are frozen that we can't warm up, and they'll get frostbite next. So you can see how this is going to spiral, right? It gets colder and colder. The fuel is going to be a big problem. And if people die, it's just going to get harder and harder. We're already down a scout, so that means I can send out maximum 2 parties per week. Yeah, tricky. I mean, it's good. I'm enjoying this, but the decisions are... You can feel the weight of them, put it that way, and that's good. But it's tough too, because you know I don't know about you watching this, but certainly playing it. You know, I'm getting to know these people. I like them. I don't want them to die. I was actually quite sad that Yorick III went. I very nearly picked Flick, the little girl, to go and be that scout, just because I like her. And she'd have been the one to die, and that would have been hard. But yes, anyway, despite the tragedies that are befalling us, I hope you enjoyed this episode. If you did, then please do hit the thumbs up button and leave a comment too, because it's always great to hear what you guys are thinking. I do enjoy that. And lastly, if you're watching this and aren't yet a subscriber to the channel, please do subscribe, because that would be amazing. So thanks very much once again, and I hope to see you next time for more The Pale Beyond. Bye for now.